Hey, it's been a while, but we're back. And today we're going to talk a little bit about prediction markets. So, prediction markets have been all the rage lately. You may have heard of Polymarket or Kalshi, but really, if you're not Polymarket or Kalshi in this industry, who even are you? I guess today we're going to find out because I'm going to be interviewing Philipp Tsagolov, who's the CEO and co founder of Trendle, a prediction market platform which focuses on AttentionFi. Yeah, you heard that right. AttentionFi, there is such a thing. You are able to upvote or downvote based on who you think is going to be spoken about the most. So if I think that Taylor Swift or Donald Trump or Elon Musk is going to go up in the attention that they capture among, I guess, the Twitter sphere, the YouTube sphere, and other social media platforms, then I can upvote. And if I think that he's going to go down in how much attention he captures, I could downvote. And that's a whole new attention market, a whole new prediction market that we can all go and waste our money on. So I'll let Philip try break it down a lot better than I just tried to, but that's the gist of it. Welcome to Beyond the Code, the podcast where industry experts and brilliant legal minds discuss the impact of new emerging technologies. I'm your host, Yitzy Hammer, a lawyer and tech enthusiast. Join us as we explore the legal, regulatory, and ethical issues surrounding AI, blockchain, and more. Get ready to go beyond the code and stay ahead of the game.
Yes.
Today it's kind of like prediction markets are all the rage, but if you're not Kalshi and you're not Polymarket, then who even are you? So I guess today we're going to find out. We'll talk about Trendle. We'll talk about prediction markets generally and how, I guess you guys call it AttentionFi is a new vertical that people are betting on. So I'll pass the floor over to you.
Sure. Yeah. Let me start with my background. So actually, I only worked outside of crypto like for about 2 years, and I joined crypto in 2017. Uh, back when I was working as an intern on one big FMCG company, I kind of didn't like it too much, and I started looking through Telegram channels, and then I found about crypto, and then I discovered about these ICOs. I saw that there are people like from Stanford and Harvard and other places, but that was 2017, right? So I thought, okay, that's where the fun is at. That's where I should be. Yeah, I started searching for jobs in this space and joined one ICO company. And yeah, never left crypto ever since. I built some personal projects, also worked as a general manager at some other post ICO projects, and then in 2021 I finally joined Azura. So we were supposed to build the on-chain betting protocol, which we actually did build. The idea was that all the sports betting should be transparent and should be fully on-chain.
Azuro?
And we Azura, yeah.
Okay.
And we did build it together. So now you can open your own decentralized sports betting platform on Azura just in a few days, and it will be fully, as I said, fully on chain.
You're still involved
And
in that project?
me myself, I'm involved. Like I've been there for 5 years, and Trendle is kind of still incubated by
Oh,
Azura.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I wore many hats in Azura and finished most of the time. I was an ecosystem lead.
Mm-hmm.
So my role was to onboard different projects to build on top of Azura. But then I started to think how to scale Azura beyond sports and beyond sports betting. And at the same time, I saw this opportunity that there is this InfoFi hype, and also with Kaito emerging and other similar platforms, right? And also there was a great prediction markets boom, and prediction markets was something we were following since 2021. Honestly, like even in 2021, I discovered Polymarket, and honestly saying, I thought that idea is bad. Yes, someone who is very familiar with traditional betting, I'm not sure. Do you have some betting history yourself?
I mean, I play poker, if that counts.
Yeah, that counts. But yeah, was speaking about sports betting because just the way that the odds are. So yeah, sports betting is a very different from Polymarket, and from my perspective, back then in 2021, which I admit was a mistake. I thought that okay, nobody will bet with these cents, like they have this like 68 cents means that there is a 68% probability and so on. I thought that nobody will bet like this because people prefer odds. They want to see like how much their amount would be multiplied, not not these cents. And yeah, that's why yeah, I
So you were
was
initially
wrong about
hesitant about the
Polymarket.
traditional prediction markets model?
I was yeah, I was very hesitant, and I thought that uh, everything it is possible people will bet on many other events outside sports, but I thought that the odds would look like in sports betting. And I see that it was a mistake, and I see that actually it's very interesting that people and many people outside who are not following sports, they're now getting involved into betting, but via prediction markets on politics and culture and everything.
And do you
So
think
yeah,
like people are getting into
uh,
it because they're passionate about politics and sports, or just that they see like an arbitrage opportunity?
well, both arbitrageurs will always find different opportunities, but I think they are not the well. Arbitrators have to beat someone, and these someone are people who are um, generally interested in the topics of these markets. And I think that why it works is because there are a lot of people who think that they know something better than others, same as in sports, like you always say, "Oh yeah, I know Arsenal will win this year. I'm smarter than everyone else," and that's why people make bets. And same, like I know that Trump will say this. I know him better than others,
Right.
and all the others are fool. I'm smart. That's why I will win. And
I just read this morning
that's why.
an X post about a Polymarket trader who made $5 million in the last month on deploying various bots on sports betting, and he like aggressively bet against favorites because he recognized that in most cases people are going to bet emotionally even if they know that the outcome isn't necessarily going to go in favor of their favorite team. um, so there's definitely something to what you're saying, like we are very much emotional in how we bet and like what we think expected outcomes are going to be like. But I guess if you use bots and you remove any kind of emotion and you look at it from a pure analytics perspective, it's a lot easier to take home wins.
Yeah, especially when you like if you're using traditional sports betting, you can't do this because traditional sports betting, like the Web2 ones, they're banning bots, and they have their own bots, so there's no room to win here. But for prediction markets, bots are actually good because uh, they make the price better, right? So when these bots work, the probabilities are always almost perfect for these events. So yeah, for arbitrageurs and bots, it's a great opportunity still.
So you were working or are still working with Azuro and trying to think of different use cases that you could bring uh, that you could use to bring value to the platform, and then I guess that's how Trendle was born.
Yeah. So Trendle was born on the intersection of prediction markets and InfoFi. So these both topics were very hot. Also, the third one I didn't mention were meme coins, and also I see in that it was very unfair how these Trump coins and Melania coins launched, and how a lot of people lost their money, even though all attention was to Trump. Everyone was focused on Trump. Everybody, everyone was speaking about him, but his token still went down. And I think there's something not cool about this, and that's how the Trendle was born. We decided that people would be very excited um, to predict whether the attention to different topics will go up or down. So meme coins kind of proved this as a concept, because a lot of meme coins, like maybe you remember this chill guy, and well, definitely many others. These meme coins, they went like their price increased significantly when when this became a hot narrative. But then just somebody dumped all their tokens, like the creator of the token, he dumped the tokens, and people lost money. He made money, which I think is unfair. And what we did, like what Trendle is a perpetual exchange where the underlying asset is attention index. So we measure how much people speak about different topics across the internet, and we combine it all into one index, and we give users an opportunity to buy this index with leverage. So they're kind of predicting whether people will start speaking more about something or less about something. For example, like there is Elon Musk index is 67 now, but then imagine suddenly Elon Musk says that he hates Donald Trump, and then people start speaking more about Elon Musk because that's too much of the uh, claim, right? And
Well, how do you
yeah, you
quantify it?
can.
Like, what metric do you use to track and to quantify how much attention is being allocated to a specific person or subject?
Yeah, so we have three socials at the moment we are using. It's Reddit, YouTube, and Twitter. So for every social we use a different metric. Like for Reddit, these are upvotes and comments, or for YouTube, these are views and comments, and for Twitter, these are also impressions and likes, and well, different weights for different criterias, and different weights for different socials. And combining it all together, we get this attention index. And you, as a user, you can buy it and you can trade it.
So, can we just like showcase like Taylor Swift? Is she on the platform?
Yeah. Can I share a screen
Yeah,
too?
please go ahead. Um,
Sure. Yeah. Taylor Swift is of course on the platform. She actually is the leader of the attention index.
that's how it should be.
So yeah, cool. So we are on Trendle now. Do you see the screen?
Yeah, I see.
All right. So as you see, like here we have Taylor Swift with your 95 attention index, and for example, also we have Elon Musk uh,
So,
with
is this like
75
compared against a
almost.
certain time period? Like Taylor's down 7.5% from what and when and how? Like from yesterday?
For the last from yesterday. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. So like if Taylor Swift has 95 and let's say Sydney Sweeney has 42, that means that people talk about Taylor Swift twice as much as they speak about Cindy Sweeney.
Hmm.
And
But if Sydney Sweeney's
what you
up
can do, like,
7%, it means that they're speaking about her 7% more today than they were yesterday.
yes, exactly. So we can do, we can just, you know, put $1, say that people will speak about Taylor Swift even more now because she will announce something big, for example, right? And making a prediction. And now we are longing Taylor Swift, hoping that yeah people will start speak more about her. So yeah, that's how it works. We add both
And you could determine
crypto.
if they're gonna talk about her in the next 24 hours, 7 days, a month, like you could place long term. Okay.
Yeah, so we actually the chart updates every minute now, as we're in a closed beta. Uh, it's just every other minute where when it gets updated. So every minute you can see the price fluctuates. So now we have
Hmm.
like plus yeah almost like we're even now. But yeah, let's wait on a long term. I can show you my previous
Very
trades.
cool.
Like you see, I lost 70% with ChatGPT, and like with Taylor Swift before I made some profit.
Very cool.
Well, I
And
think I was.
this is a closed beta right now, right?
Yeah, this is a closed beta. Yeah,
Hmm.
I will send you the invite code so you can try it
Yeah,
and
please.
beat us. Yeah, beat us yourself. Yeah, and the idea is that we add both crypto topics and enormous topics. Like Taylor Swift is enormous topic, right? And
Hmm.
Monad is here for the crypto people, and yeah, we are constantly adding more and more topics. Like a hint that the next topic we're gonna add is a mold book. Also, I'm thinking of adding Jeffrey Epstein, hot narrative now as well.
Yeah, sure.
And
And
yeah,
also open
so
cloud.
yeah, yeah. So we were arguing heavily: should we add OpenCloud or the mold book? But I insisted that a mold book would be a better option for now. Maybe
Interesting.
we'll add
Okay.
OpenCloud. Yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll add OpenCloud later.
Very, very cool. So, like, what stage are you guys at? Like, are you focusing mostly on development? Are you looking to raise money? Like, why aren't you like prediction markets are so hot right now, or conviction markets, as your lawyer will probably tell you to call them. Um,
Yeah,
how are how are you how are you taking advantage of this opportunity? Like, why isn't this out and available already? Or is you guys are still like focusing on the tech stack
we do focus on attack, as you've seen. Like there are lots of things we want to
variables?
improve. First
Sure.
of all, we want more indexes. We want more sources. Like now we have three. We need more. We need the uh, index to be updated more frequent. Like now it's 1 minute, but it will be much more interesting. Like if it's updated every other second, right? So and the chart moves like all the time, right? So there are many things we want to improve, and yeah, that's our prior focus. And also unit economics, like we're shaping stuff here as well, like by um introducing entry premium, so that if the narrative is hot and everybody speaks about it, so it's kind of obvious that the attention index will go up, and then uh, we introduce this entry premium, so you have to pay a little bit more to enter the market, taking into account that most probably it will go up, but there's like you're taking more risk to enter that.
Got it.
Yeah, at the same time, yeah, you
You're
also
saying
ask
like
about
while an
radio.
item is like piquing its attention, like you're not going to necessarily let people come in unless they're premium users because like their outcome of the bet is more likely
Not Yeah, the entry premium is just a fee you're paying upfront when you're entering some market. Like
because
if
the
you want
odds are
to
better.
enter,
Right.
because not because the odds are better, because many people want to enter it, and then it works like if too many people wants to enter, then you have to you have to pay to enter, because most likely this narrative will go up.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, what other features are you guys working on currently? What are the challenges that you faced? What are your thoughts generally on where prediction markets are going and AttentionFi?
Yeah, let me start with the last one. So I think that these last 2 years, especially like 2025, were great for prediction markets in general.
Hmm.
But I think we have our leaders, Kalshi and Polymarket. Maybe some others will join, like Limitless and Opinion and someone else. But I think mostly it will be Kalshi against Polymarket to compete for the best prediction. But these are for the binary predictions, and I think they actually were an on-ramp for other apps to build prediction markets, but something different. Like as you've seen, Trendle is not the same as Polymarket. It introduces a new model. It introduces an option to bet whether attention will go, and binary outcomes, they're not suitable for this, while perpetual exchange style is very suitable. So that's uh, yeah, and there are lots of others apps who are building something different than Polymarket and Culture. like there is this ventures who uh, are you familiar with them? So they're actually giving you an opportunity to buy pre-IPO companies indexes on Hyperliquid, and yeah, many
How do
other
you,
stuff like
if they're
food.
pre-IPO, like
Yeah.
what, how would you have that information necessarily? Like presumably most of their financials, I mean all of their financials are kept under the hood. Like what metrics would you have to be able to track how well they're doing?
Well, I didn't dive like very deep in there, but from what I know is that they use like it's combined model. They have some demand on these indexes as a uh, as one thing, and also they check the source, some source who gives like every couple weeks it gives the valuation of the companies. So they combine this valuation they receive monthly or bi-weekly, and also the demand for this index, and that's how they make the price of this index. And yeah, and there are lots of other stuff, and I think that's will like for 2026. I think there will be I think about prediction markets some new mechanics which will be a great complement um, to traditional like what we're used to binary prediction markets.
Okay. And so AttentionFi, like where we're going with AttentionFi.
Yeah, AttentionFi. We see that attention is something people are really excited to trade.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, yeah, as I mentioned, meme coins are the first iteration of AttentionFi. Also, as you maybe you've seen on Polymarket, even there are markets like whether at mindshare of Polymarket on Kaita will be higher than this or higher than that. So and Akalshi as well. They also have mindshare markets on Polymarket, but as I said, they're just not like Polymarket is just not designed for this kind of markets. But still, people
Right.
are interested. And yeah, that's where we come in with this new attention index, which is not actually a Kaita index which can be manipulated and which is designed to be manipulated, right? And that's why they're actually having this problems now with the X and the X policy.
Well, what if
And
I'm
we introduce,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, yeah, and we introduce something very different and which cannot be manipulated at this point.
I mean, what if I'm Taylor and I want
Yeah.
to go long on myself because I have insider knowledge? Like, do you guys have a way to hedge against that?
Well, if you are Taylor and you want to benefit from doing something crazy, so her attention index will go, then I think we should take this risk. However, yeah, we have this entry premium, we have a funding rate, so if the
The
topic
entry
is
premium would
too
only
hot,
will only impact people who are coming afterwards. Let's say, today it would be a little bit easier to recognize because we're looking at probably relatively small markets that are trading. But let's say Trendle becomes, the next poly market for AttentionFi, and you have large volumes trading daily. And Taylor is like, well, I'm about to release the fact that I'm about to release an album, right? Only she knows that. Let's say maybe her and a handful of people in
yeah.
her production company. um, so she goes and she puts $10 million on herself on Trendle. That people are going to start talking about her, and then they do.
Hmm.
So what, like
Well,
when you're talking about the premium is only for everybody who comes 5 minutes after that. So it will affect everybody other than Taylor. But the fact that she used her insider knowledge to come in, um, you know, before there wasn't even an item, you don't really have any way to hedge against that, do you?
yeah, you're right. So if it happens as you describe it, then it means that we have a lot of liquidity. Like Trundle is big. We have a lot of liquidity. Let's say we have $100 million of liquidity in our pools.
Hmm.
So and these pools are distributed evenly among all the markets. And Taylor Swift decided to benefit from this. And here, like it's actually the same as in as in Polymarket. Like if Donald Trump wants to say this or tweet this or say a specific thing 20 times or
Yeah.
more, like he can always earn uh, this money out of this, right? But I'm not sure that it's gonna be an issue here because, well, she can do this, but will this index go like this extremely high after she announces an album? Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe she will. Also, yeah, this entry premium, it depends on how much liquidity is there and how much it will be affected uh, by her trade, right? So it can be like once she knows that she'll do something, of course is in a better position, but it's unlikely that she will earn such an significant money for her. So we handpick people there on for the markets, right? And we handpick topics, and we only pick at this point. That's why we only pick big items like Donald Trump, Taylor Swift, Elon Musk, the ones who are not likely to manipulate their attention index to you know to beat our liquidity
To
pool.
make a couple bucks. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, very cool. So what's next for you guys? What are you guys working on?
So yeah,
What other features? Like where do you see Trendle in a year's time?
yeah. So first of all, like the main thing we're focused on is to go from the closed beta to the public version where we can invite more users. So now we have only like we invited only 300 users. That's definitely lower than the demand we have to trade on Trendle. So that's the main thing now. And of course, in 1 year, how we see Trendle is the main platform to trade attention. Also, it is not only to trade, but also it's like a informational platform where people will come not only um, to trade, but also to see what's actually is hot now and who are the gainers of information of attention, who are the losers over different periods of of time. So pretty much like Polymarket is for probabilities. We we're planning to be the same for the attention. Also, there are lots of features we want to introduce. Like also we want to give people an opportunity to create uh, their own markets, but this will require a bit of a different model because they will have to provide their own liquidity. And also, we're planning to tokenize markets so that, like, if market earns some fees, you as the holder of these tokens, you're earning fees, some part of these fees to yourself. So these are just a few of
What
the
do you mean that the
things.
attention holders could launch their own token? I didn't follow that part.
Yeah, no, imagine like, so we say you can buy tokens for Sydney Sweeney, and these tokens they will earn fees of, like, when people trade Cindy Sweeney Attention Index, there are fees, and you as the holder of the Cindy Sweeney token, you will earn the fees of this trade.
You're saying that you're going to sell like almost something representative of equity in each attention topic.
Kind of, yes.
Okay. Seems legally complicated.
Yeah, we'll speak about this with you
Yeah.
afterwards. Yeah,
um, I mean, I
but as
guess
I
that's a
said,
good
the
segue to
main
the.
thing, yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, yeah. But as I said, the main thing now is actually to improving the existing product because, yeah, there's still a big room to improve and make index deeper and more frequent. That are the main things we need to be more interesting and to attract more users.
Sure. I guess this is a good time to talk about the legal and regulatory challenges. I mean, prediction markets have come under, they've both been like the source of deep interest, but also no shortage of regulatory scrutiny over the past, I guess, year and a
Yeah,
bit, like since Trump was elected into office. Um, you're exposed to multiple regulatory frameworks. Like where have the regulatory challenges really affected you over the last few months?
Well, honestly, I'm not really I'm not touching these legal issues. We have a legal team, and they gave a green light to build whatever we're building at this
Just go
point.
make money.
So yeah, but we as I think I didn't mention in this podcast that we are incubated by Azura, so they are helping us with everything, and they have like as their sports betting protocol, they have a quite a legal team to
Sure.
because that's kind of a sensitive
Hmm.
field to build on. So they yeah they help with questions like this.
Fantastic. Okay, so you're one of the lucky ones that you don't have to worry about your own legal problems. You got somebody else worrying about them for you.
Yeah, me personally no, but they got it covered.
That's great. Okay. Well, Phil,
Yeah.
what last messages would you want to share with our audience? Like what are your thoughts for the future? What are you bullish on?
Well, I think that even the crypto market is not really in the best shape now, but the
Really?
prediction market, yeah, you
Shocking.
didn't you notice? Yeah, especially for us Ethereum holders, it's not great.
No.
Uh,
I
yeah, when
mean,
we have
for any
like
holders right now, but
2020, 2020 prices after in 2026,
yeah.
it's not well. If you hold Bitcoin, I think you should be fine, unless you bought like last year. But if you hold Ethereum, then
I
it's
mean,
not that
in any
it's not
event,
that cool.
I'm taking more of a long term approach to any of the cryptos in my portfolio. So I'm not too affected here or there, but the sentiments are rough, and it definitely impacts,
Yeah.
I guess
Well,
everything.
yeah. What I'm saying is that if you're an Ethereum holder, which I'm sure like many of our listeners are, then even in the long term, like if you're holding for 6 years, you can still be negative.
Yeah.
Like still can have negative P&L, which is which is
Frustrating.
frustrating.
Yes.
Yeah, but still, I think that prediction markets is one niche in the crypto space which will grow, and I think that they actually there's a great synergy between them because
Hmm.
like I think that prediction markets they boosted because of crypto,
Hmm.
and there was this synergy with the crypto Trump president and prediction markets and elections and how people hedged Bitcoin with the Trump Trump Kamala market.
Hmm.
So I think these prediction markets they were born together with crypto, and I think that they will prediction markets will be one niche which will actually add and onboard many people into crypto. So
Very
that's
cool.
yeah, that's my message
All right.
to
Well,
the
so
people. Yeah, try different. Yeah,
if anybody wants to find out more about Trendle, get more involved in the community, what's the best place to find you guys?
I think the best place for the next week would be to join our event in Hong Kong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's a good plug.
we're having a we're having a rooftop party together with the fireplace, limitless, and polysites.
Nice.
So we're having great party. It will be on Friday on 13th. So yeah, have
All
a good
right.
luck and try join us.
Okay. But if you're not going to be in Hong Kong, where can people find out more about Trendle? You guys have a
Well,
website,
it's
right?
definitely our
Trendle.fi.
tweet. It's Trendle.fi and of course our Twitter, which is yeah, there are always the most hyped things about what's happening in crypto and in the culture. They are there, and you can always suggest stuff, and maybe your topic will be added, and you will be able to trade it on Trendle.
Fantastic. I can't wait. Thanks, Phil.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Beyond the Code. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe, share with your friends, and to tune in again next week for more fun and insightful conversation.